Hey sports card fans, it's John, Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. The 1963 Topps baseball set is one of the most popular vintage designs of all time, with its bright colors and crisp images. In addition to Pete Rose's rookie card, the set also features rookie cards for Willie Stardel and Tony Aliva. It also features Stan Musial's final standard issue card. Some vintage collectors believe that the 1963 Topps set is one of the best baseball card sets ever produced. The design was loosely based on the 1953 Topps baseball set. The card bottoms feature a colored panel that contain the player's name, position, and team, while extending all the way to the bottom of the card. Because of this, the bottom card corners show damage very easily, making it especially difficult to find these cards in high-grade condition. The cards also feature a small black and white image within a colored circular background. The backs of the 1963 Topps baseball cards are equally impressive, showcasing comprehensive career and season-by-season statistics. Not only are they informative, but they look great as well, thanks in part to the use of yellow gold ink and the contrasting black font and white background. Accompanying the biographical and statistical information is one of Topps's classic cartoons, providing a whimsical blurb about the depicted player. The 1963 Topps baseball set also includes many multiplayer combination cards, most notable Bomber's Best, featuring Mickey Mantle, and Buck Blasters, featuring Roberto Clemente. They remain in demand thanks to the primary star player on each card. Power Plus pairs Hall of Fame icons Ernie Banks and Hank Aaron, while Pride of the National League features Willie Ma and Stan Musial. The Rookie Stars cards feature the now famous floating heads design, which has had a mixed reaction from collectors. The Pete Rose and Willie Stardel rookie cards are two examples in which some collectors prefer their second-year solo cards over their rookie cards because of the design. Despite that, the Rose rookie card has been counterfeited over the years, so collectors should be aware when purchasing ungraded copies. The fakes generally feature thinner cardstock to the point that they are nearly transparent when viewed against a light source. Counterfeits also have an added black outline around Rose's baseball cap. In this video, I'm going to show off the top 10 most valuable cards from the 1963 Topps set based on their PSA 7 values. I'll also give the values of those cards in higher grades, as well as the population count of those grades. Now, before I get to the top 10, here are the cards that just missed the top 10. At number 15, the Bomber's Best card featuring Tom Tresh, Mickey Mantle, and Bobby Richardson. At number 14, the Stan Musial card. At number 13, the Bob Gibson card. At number 12, the Lou Brock card. And at number 11, the Power Plus card featuring Ernie Banks and Hank Aaron. So, which cards made the top 10 list? Let's go find out. Coming in at number 10, we have the Yogi Berra card. In a PSA 7, there have been 230 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $243. There have been 98 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,340. There have been 5 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 was in April of 2021 through a PWCC auction on eBay, and it sold for $20,000. There has not been a PSA 10 graded 63 Topps Yogi Berra. At number 9, we have the Ernie Banks. In a PSA 7, there have been 451 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $296. There have been 246 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $587. There have only been 29 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in April of 2023 through an REA auction, and it sold for $5,040. Just like the Berra, there has not been a PSA 10 graded copy of the Ernie Banks card. At number 8, we have the Tony Aliva rookie card. In a PSA 7, there have been 307 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $484. In a PSA 8, there have been 144 graded copies, and they sell for around $1,495. There have been only 6 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in December of 2022 through an REA auction, and it sold for $48,000, placing the Tony Aliva rookie card at the number 3 spot based on PSA 9 values. There has not been a PSA 10 graded Tony Aliva rookie card. At number 7, we have the Sandy Kofax card. In a PSA 7, there have been 603 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $485. There have been 269 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,591. There have only been 20 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was August of 2022 through a heritage auction, and it sold for $36,600, placing the Sandy Kofax at the number 5 spot based on PSA 9 values. Just like the others, there has not been a PSA 10 graded Sandy Kofax. At number 6, the Willie Stardel rookie card. In a PSA 7, there have been 633 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $568. There have been 393 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,179. There have been only 34 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in December of this year through a mile-high auction, and it sold for $18,384. There have been 2 graded a PSA 10. The last PSA 10 was in May of 2021 through a heritage auction and sold for $63,000, placing the Willie Stardel rookie card at the number 3 spot in terms of PSA 10 values on the list. At number 5, we have the Hank Aaron card. One of my favorite Hank Aaron cards. Just love the overall colors and images. In a PSA 7, there have been 628 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $588. There have been 338 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,515. There have been 37 graded a PSA 9. The last PSA 9 sale was in May of 2023 through a golden auction, and it sold for $15,000. There have been 2 graded a PSA 10. The only PSA 10 sale in VCP's database was in November of 2022 through a heritage auction, and it sold for $222,000, placing Hank Aaron at the number 2 spot based on PSA 10 values on this list. At number 4, we have the Roberto Clemente card. In a PSA 7, there have been 662 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $737. There have been 396 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,907. There have been 35 graded a PSA 9. They sell for around $38,524, placing the Roberto Clemente also at the number 4 spot based on PSA 9 values. And there have been 2 graded a PSA 10. The last PSA 10 sale was in May of 2018 through Memory Lane, and it sold for $37,200, also placing the Roberto Clemente at the number 4 spot in terms of PSA 10 values. At number 3, the Willie Ma card. In a PSA 7, there have been 568 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $746. There have been 339 graded a PSA 8. They sell for around $1,874. There have been 38 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $12,323. There has been one graded A PSA 10, and the only PSA 10 sale in VCP's database was all the way back in March of 2009 through Mile High Auction, and it sold for $30,860, placing the Willie Ma's at the number 5 spot in terms of PSA 10 values on this list. At number 2, the Mickey Mantle. In a PSA 7, there have been 907 graded copies with a current VCP average price of $1,526. There have been 373 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $6,022. There have been 40 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $52,811, placing the Mickey Mantle also at the number 2 spot for PSA 9 values. There have been 2 graded A PSA 10, but there have been no reported PSA 10 sales in VCP's database, so who knows what one of those 2 PSA 10 copies would sell for today. And at the number 1 spot, yes, the Pete Rose rookie card. In a PSA 7, there have been 978 graded copies with a VCP average price of $3,795. There have been 424 graded A PSA 8. They sell for around $12,842. There have been 30 graded A PSA 9. They sell for around $81,888, also placing the Pete Rose rookie at the number 1 spot for PSA 9 values on this list. And there has been 1 graded A PSA 10. The last sale of that PSA 10 was in August of 2016 through Heritage Auction and sold for a whopping $717,000, placing the Pete Rose rookie card also at the number 1 spot for PSA 10 values. Well, there you go, the top 10 most valuable cards from the 1963 Topps baseball set. Would love to know in the comments what you think about the set in general and the cards that made the top 10 list. And if you've missed any of the videos in this series, here are 2 that you can check out. With that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.